Bridge World Championships are about to start, and I wanted to show you how to actually follow along, give my sort of tips about who I actually think might do well. So let's jump in and take a look. So I'll post a link to how to actually get here, but this is the page where you can look for the results for the Bridge World Championship. When you're on here, the easiest way just to see what's up to date is just click for running scores for the Bermuda Bowl, Venice Cup, DOC Trophy, or the Wuhan Cup. Or if you wanted to look for specific rounds, you can scroll down. And there's also a cross table right here. So this link will be down below. So little known fact about the names of these events. Both the Bermuda Bowl and Venice Cup. The Bermuda Bowl is the Open World Championship. The Venice Cup's the Women's World Championship. They were both named after the city that they were actually first held in, the inaugural tournament. The DOC Trophy, it was actually named after the president of the WBF at the time. But the Wuhan Cup, now that one first started in 2019. So any guesses why it was named the Wuhan Cup? That's right. It was also held in September in Wuhan, 2019. And there's actually a photo of my son at the bridge table at that championship. We were right there just as the pandemic was about to begin, but we didn't get it. Well, I think we timed it just perfectly. So anyway, when you're here, running scores are probably the best way to actually see that. So who's actually going to do well in the Bermuda Bowl, the Open World Teams Championship? So here are a list of all the teams, and just in general, the countries that usually do pretty well in these, all the European teams are usually quite strong. The two USA teams are also quite strong. They would be my tips for probably rounding out the top 8. Other countries that usually do pretty well are China, but they're not allowed. Well, they haven't made it because of travel restrictions, so they're not in it at the moment. Also, New Zealand has been having a pretty good run of it the last couple of times. In 2017, they made the semi-finals, and 2019 they came 9th. So they're sort of my rough guides, but let's hone in on this a bit more. So I wanted to go back and look at some results from previous events. And here, this is the cross table from the European qualifiers. So we can see which of those Europeans did really well. So Switzerland won the field quite handily with 385 vips. So Switzerland should be a hot favorite there. Netherlands, who actually were the runners-up in the Bermuda Bowl in 2019, they came second. This result for Italy actually, it's not a true reflection. Italy didn't actually come third. They didn't score 12 in every single one of their matches. They actually, none of their opponents would play them because on the team that was going to play, it was a previously convicted cheat from the 2015 cheating scandal. Now they had like a 5-year ban. That ban's over, so they tried to play again, not in the same partnerships. But basically all the teams are like, no, we're not having a bar of that, and wouldn't play them. So Italy, this wasn't their actually results, and the team that was trying to do this isn't the team that's now replaced them there. So Italy is going, but it's not the same team that did this. But Israel, Denmark, Bulgaria, Sweden, Norway, England, and Hungary are all the European teams that are going. But previous world champions, the 2019 world champions, were actually Poland, and they didn't actually qualify this year. So interesting to see. But Switzerland and Netherlands look like the really strong European teams, but all of the European teams are very, very good. So keep an eye out on them. I also thought it'd be useful to look at the previous World Championship and see what teams did well. So in the 2019 qualifiers, USA 1 did really well, and China came in second. This is just in the round robin. It was actually Netherlands, Poland in the semi-final there. But yeah, so no China this year. But yeah, Sweden, Norway, Netherlands, and England and Italy will all be there. So as you can see, probably going to be reasonably dominated by Europeans and USA this year. Australia's actually sending one of their better teams we've ever sent. And they're actually in good form. So my hope is that we can sneak into the top 8. So they're my tips for where we think we're actually going. If you want to, you can watch some of these live. The times for the sessions, it's being held in Italy, 10 a.m., 1:30 and 4:15. If you are in the US, the 10 a.m. session starts at 1 a.m. for you. So maybe a little bit inconvenient if you like sleep, but maybe you can catch the final match. If you're in Australia, the first session is a nice 7 p.m. time, but the later sessions, again, don't line up too well. So that's my tips on the Bermuda Bowl and who's actually going to do well. I'll be doing some recap videos and keeping up to date. So follow along with those. I'll, again, post links to how you can see the results. And yeah. And I'm excited to bring you all the news from these 45th World Team Championships. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.